Hi there, Lori Birch here, your go-to wills and trust attorney. And I am often asked, Lori, when should I review my will or update my estate planning documents? Well, that's a great question. So here are a few tips on when you should review or update your will and other legal planning. First, it's a good idea to review your will and powers of attorney at least every 2 to 3 years to ensure that you haven't changed your mind about who you named as executor or guardians of your kids, or maybe they're 18 now and you don't even need guardians. You also want to make sure you're still comfortable with who you named to make medical or financial decisions for you. Also, you want to stay up to date with the law as it changes to make sure you're taking advantage of it, such as including digital assets in your will and power of attorney. This allows your executor or agent to handle online accounts, such as email or social media, in addition to your money and stuff. Of course, I realize telling you to review your will and legal documents every 2 to 3 years is kind of like the dentist telling you to floss every day. You're probably not going to remember. So here's a few life events that may trigger a change: getting married, divorced, births, deaths, change of assets, or moving. Speaking of moving, another question I get asked a lot is whether people, when they move from other states, should update their documents now that they're in Texas. Y'all know we're special here in Texas, don't you? Of course you want your will to be Texified. Now, while your out-of-state will may be valid in Texas, it will make things so much easier for your executor if you are taking advantage of specific Texas laws. Also, when it comes to living wills and medical and financial powers of attorney, is all defined by state law. So if you want a doctor, a hospital, or bank to actually easily recognize those documents, you better get the Texas seal of approval. Finally, it's also important to review your legal documents to make sure that you have all the necessary planning. I am constantly amazed at how these online programs, do-it-yourself kits, and even other attorneys don't even provide all the documents you may need. We recommend, in addition to your will, to have a living will called a directive to physicians in Texas, a medical power of attorney, a HIPAA medical record release, a durable power of attorney for financial matters, a declaration of guardian in case you develop Alzheimer's or dementia, and my favorite title document, appointment of agent to control disposition of remains. Now, if you have kids under 18, you should also have a designation of healthcare agent for children. In case of an emergency, you choose who you'd want to make medical decisions for your kids. Whereas a will only covers if you pass away, this document covers if you're hospitalized, in an accident, traveling, or otherwise unavailable to act for your kids. One last thing, you may want to update your will to a revocable living trust, which will save your family and loved ones from additional expense and time of probate court. Now, a will is absolutely a required foundational document and definitely makes things easier, but it does still have to be approved by a court. Now, I realize that's a lot of legal mumbo jumbo I just threw at you. So reach out to us so we can guide you with whether you need to update with a complimentary consultation. In the meantime, click the link provided for a free download of our checklist, When Do I Need to Review and Update My Will and Legal Documents? And remember, if you don't have a will, the state of Texas has one for you.